About the future of RFK Stadium are also happening on Capitol Hill this week. D.C. leaders are moving forward with plans to bring the Washington Commanders back to the district. And today, WUSA 9 learned even before Congress reached agreement to give D.C. long-term control of the RFK site, Mayor Bowser had already started meeting with the Commanders' ownership about the framework of a potential stadium deal. Chief investigative reporter Eric Flack is back on this huge story again for us tonight. And Flack, you found out today that even some D.C. council members have been talking stadium costs with the team.
Yeah, it seems like there was a lot of backdoor deal making going on just in preparation for this to happen. Les, Mayor Bowser said it was clear Wednesday she plans to move forward with plans for a new Commanders Stadium on the RFK site. But D.C. Council is going to have to sign off on any agreement for that stadium to become a reality, and many of them have questions. Less than 24 hours after Congress reached agreement to give D.C. long-term control of the RFK site,
we're very excited.
D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser taking a victory lap on what comes next.
So that is housing, that is other recreation, parks, entertainment, and all of those things can happen in 177 acres, including a world-class stadium.
A new Washington Commanders football stadium complex on the RFK site could cost billions of dollars, and how much D.C. would be asked to kick in is unclear.
I think that we agree that this is the best site.
Wednesday, Bowser acknowledged those conversations started even before D.C. got long-term control of the land.
We've absolutely had preliminary conversations with the team. We want to be serious about what we advance to the community and the team.
This, even as Governor Wes Moore continues to pitch the Commanders on staying in Prince George's County, while Virginia leaders have been noticeably silent on the Commanders Stadium issue. But the focus of most fans remains on the team's potential return to the district. And Wednesday, we learned the Commanders have begun the process of lobbying D.C. council members on the idea, since council will ultimately have to approve any plans. Some, like Councilmember Christina Henderson, say they've asked the team about how much features like a retractable roof would add to the price tag. Industry insiders say retractable roofs can cost $600 million or more, but are outdated based on the most recent NFL stadium models, which all use translucent roofs at a price tag of $200 to $400 million.
Do you really want me to be spending hundreds of millions of dollars on an NFL stadium?
Councilmember Charles Allen has spent years fighting the idea of using the RFK site for a new football stadium.
I'm excited about the fact that now finally D.C. is in charge of making the decision, that we can control the future of that site. That's something every D.C. resident, every D.C. leader should be excited about. Now what comes next? That's where the hard work begins, and I know I would like to see something other than an NFL stadium there.
Now, Mayor Bowser hasn't said how much D.C. would kick in on a new Commanders Stadium or where they would come up with the money. We've reported the city is virtually out of borrowing power after paying $500 million for renovations at Capital One. Wednesday, the mayor told me the city's borrowing power changes from year to year. Back in August, the district paid an L.A. consultant more than $500,000 to figure out how the city could build and finance a new stadium. Les, we're waiting on the results of that survey.
Yeah, and it's clear they're going to have to be creative if this is moving forward in the way that most people want.
Absolutely.
All right, Eric, thank you.
All right.